All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to wherever you're watching this from, probably the Facebook group. But I wanted to make a quick video today to kind of share a funny personal story, which is just kind of so ridiculous, but in fact, I think it can actually help a lot of people. So, as you guys may or may not know, the reason why I do this and why I'm very good at helping people make fitness transformations is because I was one of these people that just ate chicken and broccoli for a very, very long time. And I see this in fitness all the time. In all reality, most people can brute force just about anything for a short period of time, whether that's keto, cleansing, doing P90X, doing a 30-day crazy challenge. Most people can stick with a crazy thing for a little bit. The thing is, it's not realistic, it's not sustainable, and it's more importantly not a lifestyle. So I took this intensity to the extreme back when I was in college, ate nothing but chicken, broccoli, brown rice. I had like literally no sugar. I had no fat. I had this like crazy, crazy, extreme, intense diet, and I maintained this 5% body fat. And for me, it was kind of like, my dad had cancer and I was kind of depressed and I wasn't really like super happy, I think. And I was just really focused on like getting good at gymnastics, being super lean, and to the point where it was kind of like an obsessive thing where I would have to see the veins in my abs. I'd have to see the veins in my legs. Otherwise, in my head, I wasn't working hard enough. And it was a very kind of iffy, dark period. And ultimately, what got me out of this funk was when I learned a few key things: that fitness is flexible, it is easy, you don't need to train like a maniac, and that's one of the reasons why I enjoy what I do, is because I can take the experiences that I've had, relate to people, and then help them get out of that trap. So whether that's keto or intense dieting or restriction or yo-yo dieting or really whatever it is. Now, what I like to talk about and what's really interesting here is the pendulum effect. So humans can just do about anything. Like I said, they can do any kind of crazy protocol for a set period of time. But the thing is, if they're pushed too far, that pendulum is going to swing the other way. Okay. And for most people, it's intensity to binging to, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. It's crazy. It's unrealistic. And then all of a sudden I'm going to regain all the weight and then some. So that's kind of how the pendulum works. And one really funny story that I haven't shared that I thought was just actually so funny, my other side of the pendulum. So after I did my stint with intensity, what happened on the other side? So the other side of the story goes like this. So at that point, I kind of realized that I can have sugar, I can have a lot of things, and my relapse out of this was that I wanted to get huge, okay? And at this point, it was like 2013 or 2014. There was this thing going around where these YouTubers were doing it, and they were getting strong, they were getting shredded, and it was kind of like a challenge. And for me, I did so much restriction, I was ready to go to the other side. Just like a lot of people, they wanted to binge and do the other thing, I was right there as well. What I did was I started drinking a lot of milk. Now, not just like a little bit of milk. I'm talking like a gallon of milk. Now, the challenge itself, the whole philosophy was a thing called GOMAD, which stands for gallon of milk a day. And I kept this up for probably, I want to say, a month and a half before things just got out of control. And a few things that really got me out of this where I really started stinking. I smelled so bad. I had so much milk. I was cramming this milk down, like 2 glasses when I wake up, 2 glasses throughout the day, 2 glasses at night. And the thing is, the people around me, they're like, Justin, what are you doing? This is like an obscene amount of milk and you smell so bad. And like there's this thing back in 7th grade, these girls were teasing me like, oh yeah, Justin Bauer needs a shower. And then I brought that back in college. I'm like, oh my God, it's like Justin Bauer needs a shower. So that was kind of like a funny thing that came back. But on top of that, I had dairy headaches. My sleep was messed up. I was just cramming so much dairy in me, and ultimately I had to give it up because it was so stupid. That I just couldn't stick with it. Like I smelled bad, was miserable, I had headaches, all sorts of stuff like that. And that's kind of how my other side of the pendulum went. The thing is, after all that was said and done with, I'm like, all right, let's go back to the middle. Let's go to the exact same core principles and really focus on what works. I don't need to be drinking all that milk. I don't need to be doing anything crazy. I can just stick to the core fundamentals and still keep my physique. I don't need to go crazy to get huge or anything like that. So for me, it was kind of a point of intense restriction to drinking gallons of milk, chugging milk. And then I finally met this point in the middle where, I didn't have to go to one extreme or the other. I was just very balanced and focused. So that really story, I haven't ever told that and I forgot how I remembered it. Honestly, probably just talking about the pendulum effect. But really, the big thing here is that there is a point in the middle where you can have kind of a lot of things, okay? Most people just can't seem to find it. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to focus on. And they always think that fitness needs to be this very difficult, very intense, restrictive thing, or it's the other thing. And then over here, things get very bad. I have to do something about it. We go over here. It's intense. It's unsustainable. And ultimately, people tend to have a very, very bad relationship with fitness. I talk with a lot of people. We have a lot of new people joining the group, and these conversations are like, I'm not motivated. I think I'm lazy. And in all reality, you're really not motivated, and you're definitely not lazy. You haven't been shown the right approach, especially people that live in the extremes. That's all they know, because our mind can only take the things that we have past experiences from. What they don't consider is people you meet, new strategies that you are introduced to, like new philosophies, new methodologies. We don't really know that. All we have in our heads is our past experiences about keto and binging and CrossFit and relapsing and the whole 9 yards, okay? So I just wanted to make this quick video because even for me, I've been to both extremes. I've been to all extremes of this, from the mental side of eating like a maniac, from the opposite side to binging and being unhealthy over there as well. The point in the middle is ultimately where you want to be. It's just a matter of getting there. Okay. That's the point that people really, really struggle to get to, because fundamentally it is easy. You just need to be shown how it is, what it looks like, and exactly what to do to not keep going on this up and down roller coaster forever. So anyway, guys, that's the moral of the story. I just wanted to share that cheese story or the dairy story with you because I literally smelled so bad. I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, I should have talked about that way sooner, because it is really funny. And it really ties into what we want to accomplish here, which is just like reaching a sustainable program, having a positive outlook on everything. So that is it, guys. Happy Friday. I wanted to share that with you. Keep crushing it. Keep doing well. If you need help, as always, reach out. Otherwise, talk to you guys next week. See you then.